Well, hey, Awaken Groups, we're a few weeks in, and I hope you guys are taking advantage of your group and loving the relationships that are being formed. It's been so cool. I've gotten to be a part of Framework for these first 3 weeks. We've run it 3 times. I think we've seen over 120 or 130 people go through it already, which is just amazing. And this last weekend, I was a part of it, and they had everybody raise their hands about how many people are in Awaken Groups, and it was like almost the whole class. Probably 20 out of 30 people, and I just thought it was so cool. And so I know that God's using Awaken Groups in so many people's lives in different ways. Many stories we hear, many stories we'll probably never know, and I hope you guys are also just being encouraged by this series, Come Hell or High Water, of course based on my book. And I did want to say thank you to those of you who are doing the buy one, give one deal that we've been having over these last weekends. I've gotten close to, I think, 25 or so books so far donated to put directly into the hands of church planners and pastors. And that's always been a desire on my heart, is to be a resource to other church planners and pastors. And so you guys are helping me do that. So thank you for that. Of course, though, the book is not just for church planners and pastors. It's for anybody who's following Jesus. It's about taking a step of faith and trusting that God's got you even through the hellfire and the high water. And today, the message this weekend was really about, okay, floods are going to hit. So what do we do in the middle of the flood, in the middle of the pain? And so kind of the way I approached this message was equipping you with 3 things that you need to know. And so maybe today in your group, you'd spend some time just talking maybe about one of the highlights for you. We talked about recognizing the Redeemer, fighting forgetfulness, and then saying no to Sanballat. So Genesis, Joshua, and Nehemiah. And so spend some time talking through those and figuring out what are the things that maybe have held you back from a step of faith, and how could you propel forward? How could you allow God to push you forward into what He's calling you to? And maybe even spend some time talking in conjunction with last week about your purpose. So don't just do what you're willing to do, but do what you're wired to do. And what's holding you back? Is it fear? Is it forgetfulness that God's been so faithful? Whatever it might be, step into it. And God promises that in the middle of the flood, in the middle of the fire, He's going to be with us. So I hope that you're encouraged by that. Just know I'm praying for you, and I hope you're encouraged and growing in your faith. God bless.